Have you ever been to a boardwalk? Have you ever been to a carnival? Have you ever just seen a pretty sunset? Today, I have been tasked with finding a way to merge all of these things into one soap design. My sister Shelly designed this carnival, summer boardwalk, sunset soap. So let's see if I can pull it off. If you like this design or any of the other ones in the SUMMERFLIES collection, it will be available to purchase on July 5th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. For all of y'all who shop with us every single month, we typically do a release on Friday night, but for this month, we're doing it on Saturday so we don't interfere with everyone's family festivities. Now, on to the soap making. All right, folks, let's make us a sunset pier inspired by carnivals, fairs, a summer boardwalk. My sister was a little nondescript. She was like, just, whenever you see a boardwalk with a Ferris wheel in the background and the sun is setting, that's what we want. And I said, okay, let's do it. I'm just gonna pour in my lye water solution.
Katie, do you have to use lye to make soap? I don't like toxic chemicals.
Well, that's great, because there's no lye in the finished product. It's only here to help saponify these lovely oils and get what we know as soap.
But I saw someone on Instagram Reels or TikTok make soap without lye.
No, what you actually saw was them take a soap base that has already gone through the saponification process, and you watch them melt that down, add in fragrance, color, and botanicals, and mold it. And while I still consider that an incredibly valid form of soap crafting, the part where the fat or oil and alkali or sodium hydroxide has already been done for those crafters, but they still needed it to get the soap base product that they use. So now we're going to pour off our boardwalk section of this. We're going to make it a dark brown. And then I'm also going to section off my sky. Fair bit more in our sky section. We are using a stamp today and we want to have lots of room for that. This is a new fragrance I have never used before. Let's move off our colors to the side. And what fragrance are we using today, you may well ask? We are using Summer Boardwalk from Midwest Fragrance Company. Smells really incredible. Definitely reminds you of a county fair. There's a little bit of sweetness there, a little bit of freshness there. And just because I don't actually know how that performs in cold process, I am going to add my brown colorant first and blend it up. And then I'm gonna pour in the fragrance and mix it by hand to begin with, just to see how it works. I have found Midwest Fragrance to have really accurate descriptions of how their fragrances perform in cold process. I can't say that for every supplier, but Midwest seems to be really, really meticulous about their performance. Brambleberry is another one that I feel is very meticulous about their performance. And yeah, this is going super, super good. I think I can go ahead and mix this. If anything, it's made it a little more runny. Smells amazing, looks amazing. Let's pour. Hello everyone, I am super excited to tell you about Craftsy, my go-to online resource for all things creative. Whether you're into knitting, baking, quilting, painting, or any other craft, Craftsy has something for you. Now admittedly, I have never been good at sketching, painting, drawing, anything like that. But I have been looking for a super quick creative outlet to do whenever I have a little bit of downtime, like whether I'm waiting in the car while I'm pumping gas or if I am in between projects here at the house. So I am taking the class Urban Sketching in 15 minutes a day. This class is hosted by the artist 𝘰𝘰𝘢𝑚, and she did such a great job making me feel more comfortable with everyday sketching. She kind of walks you through what you can do with sketching if you have only a 5-minute time slot up to a 30-minute or an hour time slot, building on the basics where your sketching can get more and more complicated as you go along. This was super appealing to me because I do not like structure and rigidity when it comes to art on paper, mainly because I'm just not that good at it. So having the art style be very flexible and something that I can add color to or not has been really, really, really nice. Also, I just have to remind you that the only reason I know how to crochet a granny square is because of a Craftsy class. So I am feeling pretty good about my ability to transfer what I am seeing with my eyes out the window onto a pad of paper, and I know that as I practice, it will just get better with time. Craftsy is all about creative inspiration. They offer over 2,000 classes in categories like sewing, baking, quilting, and painting, plus new classes are constantly being added to the website. Craftsy also has live streaming tutorials so you get real-time tips and tricks from expert instructors. Okay, so here's the best part. The first 1,000 of my amazing YouTube subscribers will get an entire year. That's right, literally a full year of premium Craftsy membership for $1.49. That's right, access to all of these incredible classes for less than the cost of 1 cup of coffee. This offer is available to brand new Craftsy members, so click the link down in the description box below to join Craftsy today and start your creative journey. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on this offer. Thank you so much to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to soap making. Going to be using my mold from 𝘊𝘬𝘪𝘐 and just making sure that every bit of my soap mold has been covered with the brown. We don't want any of these bars to not have their boardwalk. That would be so bad. Pour all of that in, and then we're not keeping any for the top, so I'm going to scrape it out. Just going to set this off to the side and allow it to set up for a little bit. While we're waiting for our base to set up, let's go ahead and add in our color. Pour that in. Add in some orange to this one. Again, we're going for a lovely sort of layered sunset look, and some pink into this one. Now, these all actually weigh the same. I have the same amount of color. It just looks like I have less of this one because it's a bigger container. Gonna add our white so that we get a lovely pastel blend. And then I'm gonna check our base and see how it's doing. Better, but still not quite ready, which actually means that's good because this layer will be so much easier to pour. Our soap is performing extremely good today. There's a slight wiggle on that, but it's not too bad, so I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and use the fork. Yeah, I'd say so. This doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be visible. This is so satisfying. It reminds me of doing like the sand gardens where they like rake them in perfect symmetry, except for mine's not perfect. That's not what I'm saying. I'm gonna let this set up for I don't know, maybe 5 more minutes. So I can go ahead and mix everything else up. Let's mix these colors and see how potent they are. I think I may have overshot it just a little bit. I probably could have added less color, but you guys are always seeing my first batch, so we never know how exactly it's going to turn out. These are so pretty. I don't know if she wants them to be this potent. I'll have to show her a bar. I have a feeling she's gonna tell me, tone that down, but she's not here right now. So I'm gonna do at least 1 batch with really vibrant colors. Hope she likes it. This is much firmer now, so I'm just gonna start by ladling on my soap just a little bit so that I know for sure that I don't crack what I've created. This doesn't have to be perfect by any means. I'm gonna in the pot swirl the rest of it. This is just to get our first layer on. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe it'll look better for me to just ladle it in like so. I thought I would do it in the pot swirl, but I actually think it'll look better to do it this way. All right, now that everything's in, I can texture this a little middle, I'm going to use this paint palette knife, and that looks super cool. There's not going to be any consistency on this. I'm just going to press the palette knife in to where I think it needs to be pushed. Now, this is really pretty, and I think to top it off, instead of doing a glitter or something, I'm actually just going to put in some sparkle colors. I'll show you what I mean by that. First of all, let me clean up this edge and save me and Caleb the time doing that later. Then we're gonna spritz some of this Sparkle Me Red on top, which just sort of ends up looking like a sparkly pink. Okay, I may have to finish this off the table because I'm right in the place where the AC is blowing. Alrighty then, look how sparkly that is. We are gonna let this sit just like that for 18 to 24 hours. Then we'll come back, we'll take a look at the inside, we'll stamp it and see if this is what we want to go with. This is not the soap my sister designed. It's the soap she deserves. Let's line it up. We're gonna cut into the soap, see what we think. I really don't think it's gonna be that bad. Okay, look at the little boardwalk. It looks like little wooden planks. And yes, the colors are a little too vibrant, admittedly, but it's so fun this way. It looks like a visco filter. We're not going for something that looks like 100%. We're going for something that's cool. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it. Originally, I was like, nah, I gotta get rid of that. But now I'm kind of like, wait a minute. I think it's growing on me. Like, look at this. It's delicious. Also, we still have to stamp it, okay? Maybe it'll look even better after a soap stamp. Okay. Here's a bar, right? Here's our little soapy stamp. Do you see? It's so cute. It'll just go right there. I think it's gonna be fine. Right, Caleb? Right?
Right. And while you do that,
No.
will give you a question of the day.
And I know it's not gonna be normal either, is it? Could you do something normal for once? Could you just ask the people if they want to go to the fair this summer or something? Why does it always have to involve stupid hats or other embarrassing alterations to your body? What is wrong with you?
Anyway, would you rather have your shadow dramatically narrate every sunset for the rest of your life in a deep British accent?
Yes.
Or have your reflection vanish for an hour after every sunset?
Well, first of all, excuse me.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, now that the stamp is sticky, let's do another one.
Anyway, are you sure every night? I mean, the other one, you just have your reflection vanish for a bit. It's not really a big deal.
It's a big deal to me.
Good
And this is so cute. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
Not one more question of the day, one more stamp.
Are you sure? Because I prepared another one.
No, thank you. Okay, this looks really good. I don't know what she's gonna say, but I like it. This bar has such a pleasant and truly unusual smell, so props to Midwest Fragrance for pulling that off. It's like a little bit of a sweet cream with caramel, maybe a little bit of sea salt on top. It's so good. So once again, if you would like to pick up a bar, we will have one available on Saturday, July 5th. Remember, Saturday, not Friday. If you want to sign up to be alerted about this July launch, I have a waitlist link down in the description box below. Don't forget to do something fun for yourself today, like heading off to a local carnival with friends, maybe trying a candied apple, frozen lemonade. I love all the carnival summer treats. But you know I don't really care what you do. Just do something for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video and over on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm posting almost every single day. Have an absolutely royal day, and bye, friends.